so we thought about what ATD has been offering in terms of value over the years and where we've been hearing people want to grow more. And that came a lot back to business acumen. You know, we don't need more help public speaking, or we don't need help with our e-learning skills. But what we do need to do is work better on speaking of the language of the business, being able to partner better, knowing what kind of ROI leaders are expecting, or how to get that budget request approved. And so we've brought together a really fantastic panel of executives, and I want to thank them for making time to come this afternoon. Justine is the Regional Vice President of Sales at Skillsoft. Who's heard of Skillsoft? Yeah, Skillsoft. Woo-hoo.
Hopefully it's not all bad stuff.
I used to work in the government. We knew Skillsoft. We used it a lot. And so I asked her to join us today because when you're thinking about what it takes to get someone internal to say yes to your programs, and you're thinking about what the skills are, it's really about sales, right? So Justine, why did you say yes?
Yes, so I think it kind of alludes to my little joke there. So what I knew of Skillsoft before coming to Skillsoft 3 years ago was that it was old and antiquated and I wanted nothing to do with it. So why I'm here is to help change that perspective. 3 years ago, Skillsoft underwent this massive transformation, totally a new company. And if I can get 2 or 3 people to change their preconceptions about Skillsoft, that would be a win for me. And also, I just really love learning. My mandate as a new leader is help as many people as I can for as long as I can, and that extends to learning really well. So this is just an extension of that philosophy. Thank you.
All right, next is Eleanor. We have Eleanor here. She is the Chief Marketing Officer and Chief Commercial Officer for the Pacific Science Center. So Pacific Science Center, very different from Skillsoft or from F5, but you have a background in for-profit with Expedia, and so we asked Eleanor to come because of those 2 backgrounds and being able to balance what it's like at a for-profit and a nonprofit. But also, you have a lot of employees who are customer-facing employees, which is a totally different environment than someone who's, you know, engineer, right? And so, Eleanor, why did you say yes to come today?
Yeah. I think because learning development is important, you know, that's something that I've always believed in. It's hugely important, I see, you know, for any type of employee, and I do manage a very different and diverse type of workforce, and I think there's different needs, but it's, you know, I think the value is there across the board. And also because for my own personal learning and development, public speaking is something that I'm looking to do more. So.
Excellent. All right, next we have Mika right here. Mika is from here at F5. She's both our Chief Marketing Officer and Chief I'm gonna get it wrong, Customer Experience Officer. So both new titles to F5. So when she came to F5, she got 2 new titles, which is pretty great. Yeah. So she has a deep marketing background here in Seattle, from Amazon to Adobe to Microsoft, all the big names. And I've seen her, since she's joined F5, really work on developing marketing with business acumen and technical acumen. And so why did you say yes? Other than I was in your office.
She wouldn't leave until I did.
Yeah.
You know, in the transformation projects that I worked on at Amazon and Microsoft and Adobe and SAP over the last several years of my career, they've all involved technology. They've all involved evolution of the company's products. The one element that actually has been the key element to accelerating our success and accelerating the momentum has been learning and development components. So where those elements didn't work out so well is when the entire initiatives actually weren't working out so well. I mean, so it all came down to the people, and it usually does. And so it is core to driving the transformations that, you know, that we're driving now here at F5. I see Beth back there, and we've had similar conversations, had conversations with you. So, you know, the learning and development component is key to actually driving the success and momentum of a company, regardless of the function you play, whether it's marketing or sales, commercial officer. So,
yeah, we're in that transform or die kind of business right now, huh? So 2 more to go. We have Cecilia. Cecilia joins us from Educative, of which she's one of the co-founders and Chief Operating Officer. And so coming from a tech-focused learning startup before that at Expedia. So you've had both the small business and the large business experience. You're also in the learning industry. So we wanted to bring all of those experiences in, but Cecilia also is the money, right?
Yes.
And we all need to know what the money wants, right? So why did you say yes?
Yeah, so Educative provides online interactive learning for developers. So we help them learn new coding languages or advanced technologies like machine learning or Kubernetes. So one of the reasons I said yes was to, let everybody know who Educative is and what we do, but also, having been a finance and operations executive across multiple companies, from Expedia to Avo to Simply Measured, now to Educative, I've seen, I've had L&D departments report to me, I've had HR report to me, I've kind of seen all the different pieces of it. I think there's a great opportunity for L&D to really, give the sense of engagement to employees and for them to feel like the leadership cares about them and their development. And I, really want to share, some of what we've learned on what works and what didn't work.
Awesome. Last but not least, we have Rob Duffy from Salesforce. And so another tech giant in here. We were just talking about how your tower in San Francisco maybe is better than ours. I don't know. Skeptical. So again, Rob's at Salesforce, formerly at Amazon. And actually, after talking with Cecilia originally, she said, you really got to get somebody in here who's in engineering, because this tech voice is really different than a lot of the other voices in business. And with engineering capabilities growing so much in Seattle right now, tech has just become a huge voice in the room. And often tech groups operate a little differently than other groups. I don't mean good or bad, it's just different. Yeah. I work in engineering. So, Rob, why did you say yes?
I think that tech training and training engineers and giving people that join engineering teams a head start when they ramp up is really important. But it's also, in my experience, one of the toughest nuts to crack from a training perspective. And over the last 6 months at Salesforce, I've been lucky or unfortunate enough to completely revamp some internal and external training programs, try and scale our on-site focused training to remote focused training, and try and bring some of the officers into that. And I've got some horror stories and some good successes to share. So I said yes, because I thought this is something that I care about, but it's often pretty hard to crack, and it's a tough audience when it comes to the engineering firms. So hopefully I can provide a little bit of insights.
Excellent. So the way that we're going to do the format for the panel is each of our 5 panelists is going to give a quick talk on a topic that we know matters to you and is relevant to the work that they do and their experience. And then we'll open it up between each of those 5 talks for a little conversation amongst the panel about it, and then we're going to wrap up.